Well, today is a balmy -12. It actually feels a lot warmer than that, but it's the perfect temperature to go in the backyard and make ourselves a snow shelter called a Quinzhee. This big pile of snow is actually in the backyard of my parents' house, so there's no pressure to make it perfect, of course, but you can build these out in the wild. They're basically like a soft igloo, so the difference between a Quinzhee and an igloo is what they're made out of. An igloo is made out of very hard snow. A lot of people think it's ice, but it actually is hard snow that they have to saw into and make blocks of ice out of. I don't know how to make one. I've never seen it happen in real life, but they look very beautiful, much prettier than a Quinzhee. But a Quinzhee is easier to build for the average person in pretty much anywhere where there's snow. All you do is, even if you're in the forest, is you pile up a lot of snow, make it about 5 feet high, and then you have to wait maybe an hour or two, or if overnight even. This one has been here for a few days, so it's very hard now. And then you dig it out. So I'll explain the process as we go. All right, so once the snow is hardened, you'll want to find twigs, if you're in the forest, that are about 1.5 to 2 feet long. In this case, we just picked them up from the hardware store. And then you want to put these all around the place, at least 1 foot deep, so that as you're digging out the Quinzhee, you know when to stop. Well, I don't think I brought enough sticks. It only covers about half of it so far, but I'll just focus on digging that side until I hit them and then switch them to the other side, but you get the idea. All right, now the hard part. We start to make our entrance and dig out the Quinzhee. So if you're backpacky, you wouldn't bring a shovel like this. You'd probably bring one that folds up and stuff. In worst case, you could always use your hands as well. So if you're really under that survival instinct, you'll make it work. Well, this is the hardest part as you start to get inside the tunnel and dig it out, because you're pretty much on your back and your belly until you get it big enough that you can, be on your knees or maybe even stand up, but I don't think ours is not that big. Even though I'm building the Quinzhee in the backyard of my parents' house, it pretty much feels like we're in the wild. Hopefully it doesn't cave in on me. Shouldn't. I think I'm done. I think it's big enough. I thought about putting more snow, but we gotta go in first. Oh, there it is. This is basically the finished Quinzhee on the inside. If you notice, the sticks are poking through, so they're about 1.5 feet thick, or sorry, 1.5 feet long, more or less. So as you can see, about 6 inches sticking out. So the walls are about 1 foot thick, which is all you need, 1 to 2 feet, 2 feet maximum. So that's it. Now I have my home for the winter. Of course, I'm in the backyard, so it doesn't really matter how professional this thing is built. But if you were in the wilderness, I just want to show you. You want to make a little trench like that. So you'd kind of make a bed on the right side and the left side of the Quinzhee and a trench in the middle. So it's actually much warmer to sleep on snow than it is on frozen ground. So you don't want to go right to the ground for the whole thing. And the trench actually helps the cold air to go down and escape out the door, so you stay warm all night. All right, well, that's it. As you can see, it was kind of a lot of work, but it's a pretty cool thing to do. And yeah, these kind of things will help you survive in the winter out in the wilderness as well. but they're also fun just to make in your backyard. So all in all, that's how you make a Quinzhee. Well, it's been 2 weeks now since I built this Quinzhee behind us, and it looks much more pathetic now. I was hoping it would still be fully intact by the time Carla got home from Mexico, because I wanted to do something fun, like have a date night in there with some wine and stuff like that. But it's I think the heat has caused it to like condense, and it's much smaller on the inside than it was before. What do you think?
Yeah, it's too bad that we couldn't get our date night, but it still looks kind of neat, and I think we can still go in. I just need to lie down flat on my stomach. I'm just afraid that it will collapse. Should I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
That does not look very comfortable anymore, but it was nicer at the beginning, as you saw. So if you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and of course visit our website at mustdocanada.com. Having fun, Carla?
Oh my god! If I was just a few pounds bigger, I wouldn't be able to make it through. It's kind of cool.